Vector summation and integral calculus. Okay, vector summation and integral calculus. Can we divide our problem into n different parts and solve it? That is the concept that we are pursuing. If I have a big problem, can I divide my problem into n different parts, part by part? I solve it and then I sum it. After summation, if I'm able to sum it, if I'm able to sum it, I am successfully able to sum it, then it is all right. Otherwise, I have to use integral calculus. Integral calculus is summation? Certainly not. Integral calculus is not summation. Integral calculus means pure calculation of area. Okay, what is area? Area means breadth into height. Then area means multiplication. Multiplication means summation, addition. Yeah, that way. Someone is thinking in that way that integration is calculation of summation, addition, then it is all right. Otherwise, it is pure calculation of area. Area can be divided into n different parts where n tends to infinity. Then someone can say addition of n different area, n subsection in the area is the integral calculus. Someone can say. Who stops anyone? Anyone can interpret anything. Okay, if I say this is x-axis, if I say this is x-axis and this is the graph, this is x-axis and this is the graph. What is graph? Graph means at different point in x, I have vertical, I have vertical, I have vertical. What is vertical? Vertical can be anything. Vertical can be probability also. We have given example like x is the marks in a class. There are students in a class. There are so many students in a class, and since there are so many students, they secure mark. How many students are there in a class? Infinite. N numbers are there in a class. Okay, or someone can consider that there is an examination board in a country. There is an examination board in a country, and in examination board, examination has been conducted for marks that is 0 to 10. That is the mark. Every student has secured between 0 and 10, including 0 and 10. Okay, some student got 0, some student got 10, otherwise in between. If I say they got the marks in integer, not in fractional, not in 9.8 or 6.7, in the integer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, like that. Okay, if I draw a graph like this, then in 0 marks, how many students are there? That is vertical. In 1 mark, how many students are there? That is vertical. In 2 marks, how many students are there? That is vertical. So this is called vertical. If this is x-axis, then this is the graph. Graph means vertical. If I take any point and draw the vertical, keep the top point. If I take any point, draw the vertical, keep the top point. If you connect all the top points, it becomes a graph. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is a point x, yes. Then this is the vertical for x. Means it is function over x. This is the height, and height keeps changing depending upon x. Means height is dependent upon x. Yeah, height is dependent upon x. True. Okay, if height is dependent upon x, then height is a function over x. Yeah, then I can say the graph is fx. If this is x-axis, then graph is x. Generally, people see graph means like this. Graph is not this. Graph is height. One is width and one is height. If I combine all the height, it becomes a graph. This line is not the big thing. Big thing is the height. At any point, what is the height? If every point height is constant, then this will be called typically if every point height is constant, this is x-axis. If every point height is constant, not varying, then this is typically called rectangle. This is typically called rectangle. This is a rectangle where height is constant everywhere. What is integration? Integration is nothing but calculation of the area. Fx, that is the height, into x, that is the area. Yeah, that is integration. Fx into x is the area. Integrating fx over x, this is what generally it will be written in the book. Now let's integrate fx over x. People start seeing the bulb and tube light in the day only. If anyone, the student is there, he is seeing any physics problem or something like that. Okay, then finally we get this fx. Let's integrate fx over x. Now he's seeing here and there what is fx and what is x and what is integrating over this and that. Fx, integrating fx over x means you're trying to multiply fx with x. That's it. This is called pseudo code. Let's multiply fx, that is the height, with the width x. That should be written in the book. Let's multiply fx into the x. Why you multiply? That depends. Why you multiply? People understand why we multiply. If I have 5, if I have 5 10 times, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 10 times, then I write 5 into 10. This is why I multiply. Why you multiply? Because repeated addition can also be written as multiplication only. Okay, 5 10 times, whatever, 5 anytime, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, x time, 5 into x, 5 into x. Okay, consider x is anytime means x is x-axis and 5 is y-axis. 5 into x is area of rectangle 1. But you said area of rectangle means integration. Yes. 5 into x, 5 dx. In integration, the independent component x is written as dx. We put d there. No, D means not delta x. That is the problem with the current book. All books say, now let's do something like this, then consider this as then delta x. When delta x tends to 0, then we will come to dx. All are vague things. That's why people are running away from the mathematics. Mathematics has integral calculus. Then integration, where from calculus started? Calculus started from the differentiation. This is what it will do. First thing they will tackle is differentiation. Next chapter will be integration. First differentiation. Delta y by delta x, where delta x tends to 0. Then that is the same delta y by delta x, change in the y when by delta x when delta x tends to 0. What is change in y? That is fx plus delta x minus fx minus fx. No one understands anything out here. Who understands it? Then the was beginning is integral calculus, not the differential calculus. Calculus started from the integration. Mathematics did not start from subtraction. Mathematics started from addition. Addition is the main method. From there, actually, mathematics started. What about subtraction? Subtraction is addition only in reverse direction. That's it. There is nothing called subtraction. Subtraction means addition. What about 5 plus 3? Understand what is 5 plus 3. I get 5 items, then I get 3 items. Total I have 8 items. What is 5 minus 3? That is that nothing called minus in mathematics. 5 plus and in bracket minus 3. That is actually correct. 5 plus and in bracket minus 3. Then what is minus 3? Plus. Plus means you receive something. Yeah. 5, I received 5. Yeah, true. Then plus, I am receiving 3. Minus 3. Minus 3 in opposite direction. I am receiving something in opposite direction. Rather than it is coming in this way, it is going in this way. I am receiving in opposite direction. So if I have 5 items received in this direction, 5 items came in this direction, 3 items will go in this direction. Now I have 2 items. But there is nothing called negative. If there is nothing called negative, negative is a just part of addition only. And integration talks about addition and differentiation talks about division or negative. Integration means repeated addition. Division means repeated subtraction. So which came first? Addition came first or subtraction came first? Certainly integration came first, not the differentiation. So integration came first. What is integration? Integration nothing but then you do something multiply by delta x tends to 0. If you multiply any item fx into delta x, fx is the height and delta x is the width, that is the area. If I say this is x-axis, then any moment this is x. This is the height called fx. I take a small width here, delta x, that tends to 0. Then this will be area fx into delta x, where delta x tends to 0. It can be written as fx into delta x tends to 0. That will be same as fx dx. Now integrate over from here to here, where x is a to b. This is integral calculus, completely false. Integral calculus has nothing to do with delta x. It has nothing to do with delta x tends to 0. Then differential calculus is delta y by delta x, where delta x, that is also not true. This is not what Newton calculus is. Newton had brought calculus. This is not Newton brought in calculus. This is not the primitive calculus. What is calculus then? Calculus is pure calculation of the area. If you do you stand upside down or side or downside up, whatever. It is pure calculation of area. There is nothing here. Okay, then if I okay, then if this is x-axis, if this is x-axis and this is rectangle, this is rectangle, this is x-axis and this is a rectangle. Then at any point x, this is the height called fx, function over x. Then what is area of rectangle? X into height. Fx into x is the area of rectangle. Means there is a multiplication. Fx plus fx plus fx plus fx plus x time. This is addition. Yeah. Integration started from here. Height. If I have a height, consider what is height at 0, x equal to 0. I have one height. What is height at x equal to 1? I have one height. What is height when x equal to 2? I have an height. I have a height. What is height when x equal to 4? I have a height. Let's add it. Fx plus fx plus fx plus fx. Isn't it fx into 4? Yeah, same thing. Let's consider 4 as variable. Then fx into x, yeah, like that. Fx into x. Okay, this is then what is integration? Fx into x, fx, 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 4 times fx. This is called addition, but it is more simple if I say fx into 4. Better way. Now this multiplication or that addition can be calculated by drawing a graph. If this is x, then height is fx. This is a graph of what we are talking about, fx into 4, where this is 0 and this is 4. This is the area. If I calculate this area, then it will give fx into 4. This is 4 and this is fx. What is the area of this? If I calculate area by somehow, not by multiplication, this is what the crack is. This is what the cornerstone is. Then area you will calculate by no, not required. Who said that I will calculate area by multiplication? I will not calculate area by multiplication. I shall calculate area by any other mean. Then that is the multiplication. How you calculate the area? I'll take one small square which has width of 1 and height as 1. One square. I'll take so many and I'll fit it inside it, all those squares. Okay, and then I'll count it. How many are there? That is the area. I did not multiply though. How many are there? That is the area. Okay, if that is the area, means integration is nothing but finding the repeated addition or finding the multiplication by drawing the area. Okay, that is same as fx, 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 fx. Makes sense? But it worked in a way, okay, how integration is superior than multiplication is, there is no warranty that the top will be flat. That is, what is guarantee that it will be rectangle? It can be another shape also. Okay, just it can be another shape also. Now tell me, what is the area? Tell me what is fx into x? What do you mean by fx into x? When it is 0, then fx is 0. When it is 1, then fx is 1. When it is 2, then fx, consider like that. Consider this is a straight line. Okay, consider this is a straight line. Consider this is a straight line. If this is hop, consider this is a straight line. Hop. Consider this is a straight line. Then what is the area? At 1, x equal to 1, height is 1, x equal to 2, height is 2, x equal to 3, height is 3, like that. It is changing. Now tell me what is the area. Then it is 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, because I'll take 1 gap. 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, because the way you said calculating the rectangle, fx plus fx plus fx plus fx plus fx, something like that. So what will be the area? Consider it is 3, up to 3. 0 means 0, 1 means 1, 2 means 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6. Then that should be the area. Because if it was a rectangle, then height was 3. Height was 3. I took 0 to 3. When it was 0, then height is 3. 3, 4 times. Then area is 12. Yeah. It is 0 to, I'm sorry, it is 0 to 3. At 0, hop. No. You cannot take at 0. At 1, it is 3, 2, it is 3, and 3, it is 3. Height is 3, and it is going up. Okay. It is going. No, it is 0, it is 1, it is 2, and it is 3. There are 3 sections. So width is 3 only, and height is 3. Then at 3, I'll take, in every section, I'll take one height. So first section, I'll take, this is the better explanation. So first section height is 3, second section height is 3, third section height is 3, 9. 9 is the area. Yeah, 3 into 3, 9 is the area. If it is a straight line, then let's take the 3 sections. First section, second section, third section. In third section, we have 2.5. Then height is 2.5. Second section, I have 1.5. Height is 1.5. First section, 0.5. Height is 0.5. Let's add it. Will it be the area? 0.5 plus 1.5. Then it will be 2. 2 plus 2.5, 4.5. 4.5 will be the area of a line that is going 0 to 3 and height is 3. Area of this triangle will be the rectangle area by 2. That is 3 into 3 by 2. 3 into 3 is 9. 9 by 2, 4.5. We calculated, looks like it works. 4.5 only. Okay, let's take another example. Okay, let's consider that I believe it is looking all right. Okay, let's take another example. This is x-axis and this is x square. Okay, now I'll take 3 gap. Now it is when it is 0.5, then x square will be 0.25. When it is 1.5 here, then x square will be 2.25. When it is 2.5, then square will be 6.25. I think so. 25 into 25 will be 625 only. I think so. Okay, now let's add it. 0.25, 2.25. 225. 15 into 15 will be 225. Okay, 0.25, 2.25. How much? 2.5 plus 6.25, 8.7 or something like that. What is the area now? If someone calculate actual area, no one knows what is actual area. I'll tell what is actual area. Actual area is integration of x square, that will be x square by 3, 0 to 3. That will be 27 by 3, 9. 9 will be the area. It is a nearing, but it is not accurate. By when I said first is 0.5 square, 0.25, then 1.5 square, 2.25, then it becomes 2.5, and then next is 2.5 square, then it becomes 6.25, 8.75, but actual area is 9. It is gap of 0.25 or something like that. Anyway, so what is the area where we are missing now? Where we are missing right now? If I'm saying height by width is the area, if height by width is the area, width is 3 and height is x square, where we are missing? We are not smooth. We are not smooth. Okay, what should have been the area? Someone would ask what should have been the area. Then generally people, they, since we are not a split in the sense we cut 0 to 3 into 3 parts. We should have cut in infinite part, and for every part you calculate the area, then add it. Then that will be integration calculus. Certainly wrong. This is what I keep on saying. Okay, integration is not to find the integration. That is true that repeated addition become multiplication, and multiplication becomes integration. But to find the integration is okay. Integration is same as height by width. Yeah, that is true. Integration means area. This is the better word. What is integration? Integration is calculation of the area by multiplication. That is not true. By any means, by any means. There we have talked about many ways there where we can calculate integration. There are many ways. There can be many ways we can calculate the area. Main focus is to calculate the area, not on multiplying it. Multiply is one of the way to calculate the area. Other, I said, you place a square and count it. That is also a way to calculate the area. Integration is a way to calculate the area. Multiplication is one of them. Okay, this is actually true. So if I say, if I have a x-axis, and there is another line called x, fx equal to x, then what is the area? This triangle area is rectangle area by 2. Rectangle, if this is x and this is x, then rectangle area is x square by 2. That is the area of this triangle. X square by 2 is the area of this triangle. Means integration of x is x square by 2. Okay, what about this? If this is x-axis, there is a flat line like this. And consider this height is 1. Then what is the area? If height is 1, then this is x to the power 0. If it is going 0 to x, then area is x. X into 1, area is x. Means if formula is x to the power 0, then area is x. If x to the power 1, then area is x square by 2. This proves that if it is x to the power n, then area will be x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is what people have started thinking about. How they think about? What about area of x square? X square is nothing but x into x. X square is nothing about x into x. How we can calculate the integration of x into x? Okay, then people have started many ways. Calculation of x into x. Okay, that we will see. But people then find out that to find the area of any polynomial x to the power n is x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Now this is the way someone can find area of any polynomial. X to the power n is x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Okay, now integration is nothing but calculation of the area. Someone can say it is multiplication of two items. Someone can say I can divide area into n different parts and then I'll add all the area and it will become integration. Anyone can think anything. Integration is calculation of area. By any means you can calculate. Anyway, we are now in deep discussion that what is the solution for dy by dt equal to cy plus s. There is a differential equation dy by dt equal to cy plus s. This is the differential equation. How to solve it? Okay, what is the differential equation? Generally, it is very fruitful to understand anything in real life. What is dy by dt? Dy by dt. Okay, I forgot one thing. Then if calculation of area, if this is x-axis and this is fx. If I say fx, okay, one way of calculation of area is height by width. Fx into x is the area. If fx happen to be a rectangle, then fx into x will really give the area. But if it is not a rectangle, then fx into x will give the area, but this is a pseudo code. This will not exactly give the area. What do you mean? If I say fx equal to x square, then x square into width x will not give the area. X to the power 3 will not be the area. If fx is 1 or constant into x, it will give the area. But if fx is function over x, multiply by x, height by width will not give the area. Then how we proceed? Fx into x is the area. If I go by the multiplication way, then I can still write fx into x is the area. Instead of x, I write there d. Fx into dx into fx dx, that is the wrong word. Fx into dx, that is the exact word for the integration. Where d is placed there to symbolize this is not normal multiplication, this is integration. You have to strictly find out area. Strictly. You cannot multiply to get the solution. If fx is x square and then I have to multiply by x, which is the width, and another is the height, that is x square, it will come as a graph like this. Then fx into x you cannot get by normal multiplication. Then what I have to do? If you draw a graph fx into dx, where x is x-axis and fx is a graph like this. Okay, fx into dx means you have to calculate the area. That will be the multiplication. That you have to calculate. Okay, then is it required that I'll go through some integral way? No, nothing. Just you calculate the area. Anything. Limit a to b. That area need to be calculated when x is a and x is b in between. Whatever the section comes, that is the area you have to calculate. You can take any mean. I divide this area into n different parts, and each part I have an area, then I'll add it. Do anything. Who is stopping? Do anything. You have to calculate the area. Someone say, I'll multiply vertical by horizontal. Then it is, you have to not write fx into x. You have to write fx into dx. To show it that it is multiplication, but multiplication had to be achieved through graphical area way. That's why they placed dx. Someone say it is fx into delta xi, summation I equal to 1 to n tends to infinity. That is another. That's it. This is the way we are taking now. But this is not the actually integration came into the picture. That fx into delta xi and I equal to 1 to n, where n tends to infinity. This is the one way to calculate the area. You have to find the area, or you multiply vertical by horizontal. What is vertical? Vertical is x square. Horizontal is what is dx. X square dx. Yeah, I know one formula there. That is, if it is x to the power n, then integration. Integration means area. The area will be x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. Then you can use it. We just stop it. Anyway, now we are in phase of solving differential equation dy by dt equal to cy plus s. What this differential equation is? Now we gave example of this. There are two ways. One way is I have deposited amount in a bank. I have deposited y0 amount in a bank, or y amount in a bank. I deposited 100 rupees in a bank, $100 in a bank. Okay, what is the initial money in the bank? Now when I deposited in a bank, then on my mobile or somewhere in the bank, I have a locker. In front of the locker, I have a digital meter which is showing that what is the amount I have. I can go and see out there. Or in mobile nowadays, you can see your amount. It is in some meter it is showing. When I deposit into the bank, I come back to my home and I see my account. It is showing 100 rupees. That is Y. What is the current amount in your account right now? That is Y. That is called Y. After 1 year, when I see it, then it is 105. When after 1 year, I woke up and tried to log in into my bank account, or I went to bank, I checked my passbook, then it is 105 rupees. If 100 rupees is Y, then what is 105 rupees? That is new Y. Y keeps changing moment by moment. After 1 year, it became 105. Then what is interest? Delta Y. How much is the delta you see? Delta I am seeing 5 rupees. Then that is interest. That is interest. How much interest you got? Over what period? 1 year. If I take time in year fashion, then delta Y equal to 5 rupees, or delta Y by delta T, where T means how much time gap you saw. If there is a delta Y, change in the money you are seeing in your account, this delta Y happened after how much time period? Difference in time period. If I see my bank account rupee is 105 rupees, I go after 6 months and then I see it is 107 rupees. Means there is an interest of 2 rupees in 6 months, because delta y in 2 in 6 months is 2 rupees. Delta y 2 rupees by delta t, that is half the year. If I calculate time in year, in half year, when time equal to 1, at the 1 year time, every time delta y by delta t can change. It may not be constant. When time equal to 1 year, at that moment, if I have half year of the difference, then delta y is 2 rupees. Then delta y by delta t when t equal to 1 is 2. Interest achieved in 6 months is 2 rupees when the time was 1 year. After 5 years, I am saying it is 130 rupees. Then I am going after 2 months. I am going after 2.5 months. I am going after I am going after I am going after 3 months. Okay. After, I'm sorry, I'll rephrase it. I saw my account after 6 years and it is 130 rupees. I'm going to the bank after 6 year, 3 months. After 3 months, I'm going to the account, seeing the account. It is 140 rupees. How much interest I got? 140 minus 130. That is 10 rupee. In what duration I got? Delta y is how much? Delta y is 10 rupee. 130 became 140. In how much time duration you got? 3 months. That is 0.25 year. Means delta y by delta t. Delta y means interest achieved per year. Interest you received 10 rupees and that is in 0.25 year, quarter year. Then interest per year how much you are getting? Then it is 10 by 0.225. 40 rupees interest I am getting per year. But at a moment when t equal to 6, when t is varying, delta y by delta t will vary. This is what I am saying. What is delta y? What is the amount you have and what was the previous amount? That is the interest you got. In what duration? That is delta t. Delta y by delta t means what is the interest you are getting per year. I have a bag filled of tamarind. I have a bag filled of orange. Tamarind is 20, orange is 5. How many tamarind I have per orange? 20 by 5, 4. 4 tamarind per orange. If I divide by something, then per it comes into the picture. Delta y is the interest by delta t per 1 unit. If I say t is in year, then per year what is the interest? Okay, then delta y is 10. Yeah, true. What is delta t? That is 3 months, 0.25. Okay, 3 months, 0.25. Then how much the interest you are getting per year? 40 rupees I am getting per year. When? When time equal to 6 years. At every t, every different t dy by delta y by delta t is changing. Delta y by delta t I can write as, if delta t tends to 0, then I can write as differentiation. I can write as differentiation. Again I am forgetting. Okay, if integration is calculation of the area, I keep forgetting. If this is x-axis and this is fx, what is integration? Fx into dx. Okay, fx into dx. Integration is gx. Consider I integrated and it resulted into another polynomial equation, gx. What is differentiation? dgx by dx or delta gx by delta x. If integration is multiplication, the division is differentiation. What I achieve through differentiation? Differentiation is nothing but dgx by delta x tends to 0. That is wrong. Differentiation is actually anti-integration. Anti-integration. Opposite to integration. Means if I integrate fx to get gx, then to get back fx, I have to differentiate gx. That is differentiation. If I have x-axis and this is fx, if I do fx dx, then that is the area. That area can be in algebra again. That is gx. Then how oh sorry, I did fx dx, I got gx. I forgot what my fx was. Then differentiate it, you will get back fx. Fx dx is gx, then dgx by dx is fx. But people say anti-derivative. If dfx by dx is gx, then integration of gx is fx, anti-derivative. There is something called anti-integral also. That is better thing. If fx dx is gx, to get back fx, you have to differentiate gx. But people take differentiation in many other way also. D dx by dx is delta gx by delta x, or delta gx is nothing but gx plus delta x minus gx by delta x, where delta, so many things people take. But actually differentiation is nothing but getting back the fx. That's it. That is it. Anyway, we will proceed now. So we will go by other mean of differentiation. So now we have delta y by delta t. If delta t tends to 0, it becomes dy by dt. Anyway, what is the interest rate at any moment? Delta y by delta t. Delta y by delta t. There is another formula for the interest, that is called at any moment. What is the amount you have in your account? Any moment. Yeah, any moment I have I have money in my account as y. When I deposited at the time equal to 0, the money was 100 rupees. After 6 years, the money is 600 rupees. Means your y is changing. If after 6 years money is 140 rupees, then y is changing. At t equal to 0, y is 100. T equal to 1, y is something. At t equal to 6 years, y is 140 rupees. Y is changing. Okay, when at any moment, if I know this is my y, then how y will become bigger? It will be multiplied by c. It will be multiplied by c. Means what is c? C is how much interest you will get per year. That is 5%. If right now I have a money in my account as 140 rupees, right now, what is right now? Consider any right now. After 3 years, 4 months, or whatsoever, any moment I am seeing in my account, money is 140, money is 150 rupees. Anytime I am seeing my account, my money in my account is 150 rupees. Though I had deposited 100 rupees, right now I have 150 rupees. Okay, interest rate is 5%. Means after 1 year, if I see, then 150 plus 150 into 5 by 100, that will be new amount after 1 year. Is it really true? Yeah, this is how it looks like. C is the interest rate. Interest rate means if you deposit 100 rupees, if you deposit 1 rupee, then how much interest you will get out of for 1 rupee? That means C percent. C percent means 5%. 1 rupee will become 1 plus 1 into 5 by 100. That will be 0.05. 1 rupee will become 1.05 after 1 year. Then if I deposit 100 rupee in my account, and after 1 year if I check, it will be 105, not certain. This is called continuous interest rate. Your interest rate is C, that is true, per year, but it is applicable at any, but it is applied every moment, not after 1 year. Then what will be the amount after 1 year? It may be 105 rupees 30 paise, or $105 60 cent, or something like that. It will be more than that. Why? Because C is applied every moment. What do you mean? What do you mean? What I mean is that you will get the amount I am seeing after 1 year. If initial amount is Y, and on top of it C is interest is applied, then after 1 year, then it should be C into Y. After 1 year, it should be C into Y. But C is applied at any moment of the Y, means Y is changing every moment of the second, and C is applied per year basis at that moment. Means it is varying continuously, not at the end I am seeing. If it is varying continuously at any moment, what is the interest I am getting? Any moment per unit time, what is the interest I am seeing? What is the interest you are seeing after 1 year? Theoretically, C into Y. C into Y is the interest I am seeing. So how much delta Y I expect after 1 year? Delta Y after 1 year is C into Y, theoretically. Delta Y by delta T, because delta Y has been received in 1 year. Delta T is 1. Delta Y by delta T, where delta T is 1, equal to C into Y. At the beginning, what was the Y was? Now I can rewrite it as delta Y equal to C into Y. It is C into Y will be achieved after 1 year, means delta Y by delta T per year. It is C into Y. That is more true. Delta Y equal to C into Y for 1 year, means per year we are getting C into Y. Yeah, per year I am getting C into Y interest. Then delta Y by delta T, where delta T equal to 1, equal to C into Y. Yeah, looks like. If delta T tends to 0, in differentiation way if I say, then what it will be? No, not required. Delta Y by delta T I can write as dy by dt. Dy by dt means how much Y is changing when there is 1 unit of change in t. If I take unit as year, then I can rewrite delta Y equal to cy as delta Y by delta T, because delta T is 1. If delta Y by delta T can be rewritten as dy by dt, means your formula is dy by dt equal to cy, because dy by dt is nothing but change in Y per unit change in t. Yeah, per unit, per unit, per unit. Per year it is C into Y. Per year, yeah, per unit. Okay, so dy by dt equal to C into Y. Understood. Now, I told about this is a scheme in a bank. Now, bank is providing a scheme where every year you can deposit some amount in your scheme. So, person deposited 100 rupee, $100 in his fixed deposit. After 1 year, he deposited $10. Again, another year he deposited $10. Another year he deposited $10. Another year, every year he is keep on depositing $10. Now tell me, after any t year, what will be the y? That is the question. What will be the y? Now, what will be the formula now? I have a formula called dy by dt equal to cy. If someone solve this formula, it will become dy by y equal to c dt. Ln y equal to ct plus k constant. Then it will be y equal to e to the power ct plus k, e to the power k into e to the power ct. When t equal to 0, y is y0, the beginning amount, means y equal to y0 e to the power ct, e to the power k will be y0 in that fashion. So any moment if I say what is the amount I have in my account, that is y0, that is the beginning amount, into e to the power ct, understood? If I deposit any money in the fixed deposit where C is the interest rate, then after time t, it will become y0 into e to the power ct. Okay, now what is the new formula? Now dy by dt equal to ct, and then we are adding s every year. Then what will be the formula now? Now let's consider I am adding s at the end of 1 year. Someone else has added s into my account. I don't know. I'm not aware of it. Someone else added S amount in my account after 1 year. Initially, I had deposited Y0, thinking anytime if I want to see what is my account money in my bank, then it will be Y0 into e to the power ct. Means what is the delta Y? Delta Y is Y0 e to the power C0. That is the beginning amount, that is Y0. After some time t, what is the net amount? Y0 e to the power ct. So y0 e to the power ct minus y0 is the interest I have received from the account. When a person is going to check how much interest he has got from the account when he had deposited y0 money at the beginning, unfortunately he is seeing very big amount. $100 if he had deposited, after 1 year he should be expecting somewhere 105 plus some change. But he is seeing 115 plus some change, because $10 someone deposited at the end, and now he is shouting. I got interest as $115 some cent, where he was expecting only $5 some cent. Somehow he started shouting. I have received $15 some cent as interest. How come you can say like that? Because I had deposited $100 at the beginning, 5% was interest. I should have received $105 or something like that, or $5 some cent as interest. But I'm seeing in my account it is $115 some cent. He didn't know, he does not know that someone had deposited $110 in his amount. Then what is delta Y now? Now delta Y, what is delta Y now? Delta Y equal to cy plus s. Because this delta Y means what is the difference in his account he is seeing. Difference in his account, what he is seeing is C into Y, that is, people understand, plus S. Because this much difference he is seeing. In what duration? In 1 year. Delta y by delta t, where delta t is 1. I can keep delta t, I may not keep delta t. Delta y by delta t, where delta t is 1 per unit. If something I am dividing by per unit, it becomes differentiation only. dy by dt equal to cy plus s. This is the new formula. Because he is shouting now. The interest what I am receiving is more than what expecting. Okay, that what you are expecting more is s only. Means delta y, the interest what he is seeing at the end of 1 year is equal to c into y. Y what he had deposited at the beginning into c plus s. Now new formula is coming dy by dt equal to cy plus s. How to solve it? This differential equation dy by dt equal to cy plus s. Now to solve this differential equation, first I brought into this concept, banking concept. It can be understood in different fashion also. I am taking loan from a bank as 20,000 rupees loan from bank. Every year it will get accumulated at the rate of C. Means any moment if I see the Y, if I have taken 20,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees loan from the bank, then at any moment if I say y equal to y0 e to the power ct, that will be the loan amount. Loan amount is growing because of the interest. After 5 years, if I see loan amount, if I had taken 20,000, it would have become 35,000. I have to pay 35,000 now. What that person did is that I cannot pay 20,000 at the beginning. That's why I have taken the loan. Every year I'll deposit some amount in the bank. Is it all right? Then how much he has to deposit? Then it will be something like dy by dt equal to c into y. Y is the initial money that he has taken from the bank plus s, where s is negative now. Because he is subtracting, means he is depositing money into the bank every year, considering that it will go away, away one day. Okay, when y will become 0? Any moment when he is seeing y is 0, then he will stop giving to the bank because he has repaid the amount. Means dy by dt equal to cy plus s. S is the amount he keep on depositing every year, equal amount. Keep on depositing. And then after some time it will become 0. When it will become 0? These are the question can be asked. So someone can think from both perspectives. One, he is keeping the money in the bank at the beginning, then S amount he is depositing every year, or he has taken loan from the bank from the beginning and S amount he is depositing, so that it will become dy by dt equal to cy minus S. As I've said, there is nothing called minus in mathematics. Plus minus S. Now it will be better solved in that manner. Anyway, now how I can solve it? Now, if someone watch it very carefully, if I have deposited $100 in the account, then first $100 will become 100 into e to the power c into t after t year. Any amount, if it is y0, y0 will become e to the power ct after t year. This is what is calculated. If someone is depositing $10 after 10 years, consider this is the begin money, begin time, time equal to 0. This is time equal to 20 year, 20 year. If he has deposited $100, then $100 would have become 100 into e to the power c, that is 0.05 into 20. That much this money would have become. Now let's divide this problem into n different parts or t different parts. If you are depositing every year, after t year, what will be the condition? Let's divide into t part, or after n year, what will be the condition? Let's divide into n different parts. Now, if I divide into n different parts, there are n channel I am opening. The first channel is he deposited y0 amount and it becomes y0 into e to the power ct. Now, in second channel, parallel channel, means it is something like he has opened so many accounts. Second account, he deposited S money. Then S will become S into e to the power c t minus 1, because it came to recurring deposit only for t minus 1 year less. Now I have another account. Means logically computer is opening n different amounts, different account. First account has y0 money and it is becoming more and more with the formula y equal to y0 e to the power ct. Now computer is opening another account. or the bank person is opening another page in the ledger balance, in the balance sheet, another page. And there he is depositing S amount, and that will go for T minus 1 year. Then after 1 year, he is depositing again S amount. There is another page for it. He is depositing S amount, and that will go for T minus 2 years. So S will become S into e to the power C, T minus 2 in bracket T minus 2, like that. Okay, now how it can be solved? Okay, let's take this is the time axis. This is a small t. A small t means after how many years he want to check the condition. This is a small t. If this is a small t, if this is a small t, then first time y0 is he has submitted y0. Y0 is going exponentially. Then after 1 year, he is depositing S amount. S amount is this big. This is again going exponentially. After 1 year, he is depositing S amount. It is going S into e to the power Ct minus 2. With this graph, it is going. After T time, then someone has to add all everything. This is cumbersome, not possible to carry. Okay, let's take another variable. Let's take another variable. What is your another variable? Let's take a variable called capital T. Capital T, where capital T is 0 here. Capital T is 1 here. Capital T is 2 here. Capital T is 3 here. Capital T is a small t here, where small t is a fixed here. Small t means after how many years you are going to withdraw the money. That is small t. Someone can take n or whatsoever. So there is a big T. Big T means how much time has passed. Big T is 0 here. Time passed is 0. Big T is 1, 2, 3, 4. When big T is 0, at that time, what is the amount he can expect? Amount is y0 into e to the power t, where small t is, okay, capital T is growing. Capital T will grow to what? Just leave the matter. There is a capital T that is called at what time he is depositing the money. When capital T is 0, then there is a height. What is the height? That is y0 into e to the power c small t, where t is a fixed amount. Consider 20 years. Then y0, what is he has deposited? That would become full y0, $100 into e to the power 0.05 into 20. Whatever comes, that is the height at this point. That is the fx. If this is capital T, then this is ft, f capital T. Now what is this? At t equal to 1, there is another height. I am dividing into n different parts. Now second part. What is this? The height of this part. This part is S. S amount is deposited $10. S into e to the power c t, t minus t. T, capital T is 1, small t is 20. S is 10. 10 into e to the power 0.05 in bracket 20 minus 1, 19. That will be the strength of this height. Now let's go to t equal to 1. If t equal to 1, then what is the height? S into e to the power c small t minus 2. Like this, we have many heights now. Okay, what will be the net amount? With the first channel, what is the net amount? Second channel, what is the net amount? Third channel, what is the net amount? Fourth channel, what is the net amount? That is the net amount. It will be in his account. What is it? Let's rewrite it. Y0 e to the power ct plus s e to the power s e to the power c t minus t minus 1, t minus 1, or I can say t1 at time equal to 1, t1 plus s e to the power c t minus t2 plus s e to the power c t minus t3. T is small and then t3 is capital T. Makes sense? Where t is 20, small t is 20 and capital T3 is 3. It is varying. Small t is constant, mind it, 20 years. Capital T is varying. Can I rephrase this? What do you mean? Rephrase this? Looks like we are doing t by when t is 0. Can I write the first one y0 into e to the power c in bracket small t minus t0. Can I rewrite y0 as s? This is called pseudocode. What is your pseudocode? S e to the power c in bracket a small t minus t1 t0 plus s e to the power c bracket t minus t1 plus plus. Is it repeated addition of the same thing? Yeah, looks like it is repeated addition of the same thing. Then it will become e to the power s e to the power c s e to the power c in bracket t minus t. This is 1. I am repeating it t times. T was 0, T1, T2, T3, T4. I am repeating it capital T times. Then it will become e to the s e to the power c in bracket small t, that is 20 here fixed, minus capital T. Capital T is value. That is value is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into capital T. What do you mean? Consider when this is called x, this is time. X is time. When x is 0, I am receiving 3 mangoes. I am receiving 3 mangoes. When x is 1, I am receiving 3 mango. When x equal to 2, I am receiving 3 mango. X equal to 3, I am receiving 3 mango. How many mango I have when x equal to x? 3 into x, more or less. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3x time. That is 3 into x only. S into e to the power something plus s into e to the power something plus s into e to the power something plus s into e to the power something. How many times you are doing? Capital T times. If x-axis was the variable and oranges, I am receiving 3 oranges every time, then what about any time x? Then 3 into x. Makes sense? How I draw? If this is time equal to 0, x equal to 0, then vertical is 3. 3 oranges received. When x equal to 1, 3 oranges received. When x equal to 2, 3 oranges received. Now tell me for any x, then 3 into x. That many, you have to add all this. When t equal to capital, this is a capital T axis. When capital T is 0, then something I received. When capital T equal to 1, something I received. When capital T equal to 2, something I received. When capital T equal to 3, something I received. What do you mean? At any capital T, tell me how much you received. Whatever you received, multiply by capital T. Provided what you received, everything is same. Yeah, everything is same. What is everything? Everything is S into e to the power c in bracket t. T is capital, T is small t, that is 20 years, and c is 0.05 minus capital T. Capital T is varying whatsoever, but everywhere it is capital T only, minus capital T. First place it is T0, second place it is T1, third place it is T2, fourth place it is T3, but variable is capital T. So I can write there as T because it is variable. What do you mean? Then it will become s e to the power c small t minus capital T multiplied by capital T. This is the net amount I am receiving. Boss, you are cheating. The height you have said it is not constant. You remember the first time height was bigger because t minus capital T, t0 is 0. Next time the height will be smaller where t is 1, t minus small t minus capital T, capital T is 1. Next is s minus t where capital T is 2. So your height of receiving money in different account is becoming lesser. It is not constant. If it is not constant, then what we are writing, the height function over capital T. Function at any moment, what is capital T? Any moment. Capital T equal to 0, T1, T2. At any moment, what is the height? S into e to the power C in bracket a small t, that is 20 here fixed, minus capital T. That is varying, that is function over T. If I have function over capital T into capital T, it will become integral calculus. In past, I have demonstrated many times how it becomes integral calculus. Now it will become ft dt. where t is capital T, function over capital T, d of capital T, where capital T will go from 0 to small t. It will go t0, t1, t2, t3, t4 up to small t, 20 years. 0 to small t, s, s, e to the power s, e to the power s, e to the power, s e to the power c, a small t minus capital T, d capital T. Someone has to calculate this, how much it will come. On top it is C, it is C. So if top it is C, then C will come as, I believe it will come as denominator. So it will become S by C, S by C, and then e to the power C, T minus capital T. I believe this will be, there will be negative sign also. That will be the integration, where capital T is 0 to T. If I place T there, it becomes e to the power 0 becomes 1. If I place 0, then it becomes e to the power ct. Looks like it will become s by c in bracket e to the power ct minus 1. Makes sense? This is the amount that person, this is the amount that person would receive with the factor s. Makes sense? Okay, then why you take y0, y0, don't take y0. Who is saying take y0? At the beginning, the amount that is deposited, you took y0 as s only, take from the first one, or something like that. Whatsoever. The amount that we are seeing, the amount that we are saving, what is the actual differential equation? dy by dt equal to cy plus s. Cy factor becomes y0 into e to the power ct. What is s? S factor is becoming s by c, loosely s by c e to the power s by c in bracket e to the power ct minus 1. Then what will be the net? This factor, what is the net money? Then what do you mean? What do you mean? What I mean is the net equation will be y equal to y0 e to the power ct plus s by c in bracket e to the power ct minus 1. This is okay. Someone can refine it, someone can understand in other way whatsoever. This is dividing problem into n different part and solve part by part. Then you add it, then you sum it. What we summed it, summation I equal to 1 to small t, 20 years. And what is summation now? If this is the summation, then what is summation? Summation is s into e to the power c in bracket small t minus I. That is the summation, where I is going from I is going from 1 if I don't consider y0 part. Someone is saying why you are considering y0 part. Don't take y0 part. Start with the 1 only. Someone can start with the 1. There is no hesitation here. Summation I equal to 1 to n, and I have to sum s e to the power c and in bracket t minus I, where t is fixed. If I add for all, it will become integral calculus because we are summing it repeatedly. How many times we are summing it? What is the variable that we are summing it? There we will go with that fundamental. That will be what we have into capital T or into I or capital T. Capital T will become dt because as per the calculus, function over t into t will become function over t into dt, because if I multiply a dependent with independent, independent will become d there. Then you can integrate capital T from 0 to small t. That will be the part, that will be the money that will be contributed by s. I have a money contributed by y0. If I add both, I'll get the net money at any moment. That is y equal to y0 e to the power ct plus s by c in bracket e to the power ct t this one minus 1. Okay, people can think more and little bit we will discuss more on it. Then we will see more in the vector summation integral calculus. This concept is not available in any of the book. That is it really we can solve it through repeated summation? We can solve. This proof is not there. Please do not mind supporting us. +91 is India country code 9483160610 is the telephone number. +91 is India country code 9483160610 is the telephone.